A day and night in the forest. "6 a.m. Chirrup, chirrup, chirp the robins. It's a cool spring morning in a North American forest. New leaves cover the trees. Robins are building a nest on a high branch. A deer nibbles some leaves. Her fawn lies quietly while she eats. The mother deer hears a noise. She snorts and dashes away. The fawn's white spots help it hide in the dappled shade of the forest. 9 a.m. A squirrel scampers down a tree and digs in the forest floor. It finds an acorn that it buried last fall. The squirrel tucks the acorn into its cheeks and runs back up the tree. Squirrels often bury nuts and seeds to eat later. If the squirrels don't dig them up, the seeds may grow into new trees. A mother woodchuck munches dandelion leaves. Suddenly she spots a hawk. Wee-woo, wee-woo, she whistles. Her babies dart to safety in the underground den. Noon. At a forest pond, a heron stands quietly and hunts for fish and frogs. It snatches its prey with its long bill. Nearby, a box turtle searches for worms and snails. The turtle finds a snail and grabs it with its mouth. A pair of ducks paddle across the cool water. They tip their heads below the surface and find plants and insects to eat. Mallards are a kind of duck. Males have green heads and females are mostly brown. 3 p.m. A garter snake warms itself in a patch of sunlight. Then it slithers along the forest floor. It hides under a log. When a toad hops by, the snake catches it and swallows it whole. Nearby, a mother rabbit and her babies rest under a bush. In the late afternoon, the rabbits will leave their nest. They will hop to the forest edge and eat clover and grass. A cottontail rabbit has small white tail that looks like a ball of cotton. 6 p.m. As daylight fades, 2 black bear cubs follow their mother through the forest. The mother bear finds a clump of oak seedlings and nips off the new leaves. When she is done eating, she feeds her cubs milk. A raccoon peers out of a tree hole. It waits for the bears to leave. Then it climbs down to look for something to eat. It catches a crayfish in a forest stream. A raccoon's front paws are like little hands. They are good for grasping and holding objects. 9 p.m. The forest grows dark. An owl hears a squeak on the forest floor. A mouse is looking for seeds. The owl swoops down on silent wings and catches its prey. A possum wakes up and comes out of its den. It's hungry too. It digs into a rotten log and finds juicy grubs and beetles to eat. Possums will eat almost anything, including plants, insects, eggs, worms, garbage, and dead animals. Midnight. Near a forest pond, a beaver gnaws on a willow tree. Crash! The tree falls down. The beaver snips off a tender branch and eats the twigs. Then the beaver bites off another branch and swims with it to its lodge. The beaver's shelter is called a lodge. It keeps the beavers safe and dry. The entrance to the lodge is underwater. A moth flutters in the moonlight. Bats flap and glide as they chase insects. Spring peeper frogs call to one another. Peep, 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 peep. 3 a.m. A fox prowls in the dark forest shadows. It hears a rustle in the leaves. Is it a mouse? The fox pounces, but the mouse leaps away just in time. Foxes are hunters, but they also eat fruit and a few plants. A porcupine climbs a tree, grabbing branches with its feet. It finds twigs and leaves to eat. Sharp quills protect the porcupine from most predators. 6 a.m. The sky grows light as morning comes. Nighttime animals are ready to rest. The fox trots back to its den, the bats fly to their roosts, and possums go into their holes. Daytime animals wake up, robins chirp, squirrels scamper down trees, and deer feed on fresh leaves at the forest edge. Every day and every night, animals find food, water, and safe places to rest in the forest. It provides them with everything they need.